Hello, and welcome to my late night show, Joy of Working. In this episode, I'm going to conclude about my NGO, Guild of Women Achievers. I had to share these little bits about the organization before I move on. The first thing I want to share is about attending a conference of South Asian Women's Leadership Forum in New York way back in 2006. The chief guest there that day was Indra Nui. For me, just meeting her was a treat. So while I was talking to her, I just casually told it was a leadership conference for women and very impressive. So when we were talking, I just told her about Guild of Women Achievers and told her I would like to also conduct such a leadership conference in India for students. And would Pepsi, because she was the chief of Pepsi, would she please sponsor the event for us? She said, send me a mail. I said, okay, this is what everybody says. Came back to India, and the first thing I did was to send her a mail. Always strike when the iron is hot has been my philosophy in life, and it works, you know. So I came back and I wrote to her about this, and you believe it? Pepsi sponsored it. In the next fortnight, I got a mail from her secretary saying that they would love to sponsor this event. And I had it in Mount Carmel College, where I had over 450 girl students who attended the whole day conference. And I had Alan Soley sponsoring the fashion show with the girls also, walking the ramp. There was Priya Chetty Rajgopal, who spoke about time management. There was Jija Hari Singh, who came and spoke about decision making. And there was Bola Olibisi, the founder of Global Women Inventors and Innovators Network from London. She happened to be in Bangalore that day, so she spoke about networking. Then there was Dr. Meenakshi Bharat, who spoke about women and health. It was such a great event and sponsored by Pepsi. So you see, ask and thou shalt get. Don't you think so? Next time, I had to ask for a different thing. This was called Each One Give One. Only on my Facebook I put out and said, will each one of you give just 1 rupee to support an acid attack survivor? You'll be amazed at the 1 rupees I got. Some sent 10, some sent 100, some said 500, but the maximum donation I got was from Joel Shah, Dr. Pratibha Rao, and Dr. Maya Prabhu, all from New Jersey. And we helped 4 acid attack survivors with their generous contribution. We still support them. They are in our radar still. Nice. And one last thing I'd like to share is the corporate membership we rolled out way back in, I think, late 90s. I'm not too sure now. It's all happened so long ago, okay? And I'm getting old, and that's why I'm documenting all this, because before I forget all this. We started this corporate membership where we wrote to companies and said, would you like to be a corporate member? Because by that time, the Supreme Court guidelines for sexual harassment had been rolled out also. And we wanted to convey through our workshops to employees about this new guidelines which had come out. And for that, the companies had to become a corporate member. And the first corporate member we got was from IBM. And that was thanks to K.S. Narahari, who was in corporate communications at that time. And connecting the dots, he was my colleague in HMT, and we had done many PR activities together. And later, he even released an ad in the book that we brought out called Super Way to Success. So you see, goodwill goes around. Thank you, Narahari. And now, I'm going to just do a kind of a vote of thanks to some of those who donated money to Guild of Women Achievers. Oh, before that, if you want to know what we do in corporate membership, it is mainly to be a part of their ICC, Internal Complaints Committee of Sexual Harassment, because it's mandatory for them to have an NGO on board. So GOWA becomes their NGO and I become a part of their committee. I have been on the committee of leading organizations where I've participated in the investigations. I still continue to do that. Now we do it, of course, on Zoom, but earlier it was physically done. So you see, Guild of Women Achievers has come a long way in the last 25 years. And as I said before I conclude this topic, I'd like to say a big thank you to the ones who donated money. Mrs. Sudha Murthy from the Infosys Foundation. There was Tanya Godrej from Godrej and Boyce. Every drop adds to the big ocean. And of course, the biggest thank you I have to give to Tina Ambani, who personally wrote to me when we did the mother-in-law contest and said, we'd like to sponsor this. So you see, we've had great companies, generous people, all supporting Guild of Women Achievers. Thank you. And my next episode will be another chapter in my life. I hope you're waiting to listen to it because I'm waiting to share it with you. Thank you for watching. A big thank you again in my vote of thanks list to all those who are following me, some of you so regularly, and thank you so much. And some of you have commented, and I'm sure many of you are silent spectators. That's okay. I just like being with you and sharing all these things. And as I said, I want to document all these things. Kaun jane, kya jane, who's going to listen to it years later? And say, kaun thi ye aurat? Yeah? Okay. I'll be with you in my next episode. This is Chaya Srivatsa signing off.